Welcome back to Chamba Sports and Happy New Year. We are so excited for you guys to follow us along for this year. We have so many new ideas, so many cool things that we're going to be doing this year. So we can't wait to share all of those things with you guys. But let's get back into it because I think it's been, 3 weeks?
Me, it's been 4.
Oh, for you, it's been 4. For me, it's been like 3 weeks. We've had about 3 weeks off, but we are ready to come back, the podcast, and start just highlighting some of our athletes and share some of their experiences and how sports heals them and makes them the best players in the game. So with that, let's get started. We have our first special guest of 2025, and I will go ahead and let her introduce herself.
Hello, I'm Esmeralda Frausto Ramos. 14, and I'm a freshman at Golden Valley High School.
All right. Esme, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
You ready?
Yep.
And you're only a freshman?
Yes.
So I give you props because you reached out, and as a freshman, a lot of people don't want to take advantage of it, but I'm so glad that you did.
Yeah, I was nervous to reach out, but I was like, you know what? I'm going to go for it because a lot of my friends were telling me to do it too.
Yeah.
So.
Don't be nervous. Always reach out.
Shoot your shot.
Yeah. Exactly. If you don't, you got to take the opportunities if they're given to you, and it's completely open. Guys, it's free. Feel free to reach out. But let's talk about Esme. I mean, you're a baby still, so but you have some really cool highlight stuff that we'll talk about. But tell us a little bit about Esme. When did you start playing sports? Any sports at that?
Well, I used to play soccer for a little bit when I was younger. My dad coached a team, and me and my older sister were in it. And then my aunt played in high school, and we all kind of just, fell in love with the sport. My aunt played for a little bit, and then my sister was like, oh, I want to try it too. And then, after that, that's just all we would do. We would just, as soon as we seen a volleyball, we were all just playing or we were all just messing around. So, we all kind of fell in love with it, and it just became like a volleyball household. All of us play volleyball.
All of it. So it's not just immediate family, but your outside family.
Well,
your aunts.
My cousins want to play too. My aunt, my older sister, my cousin's trying to play. My other cousin's trying to play. My little sister just started a club too. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
So and then when you guys can build an all-star family,
yes.
We should do a family feud with sports.
Sports.
Yeah. I think that would be so cool. We should do that.
Yeah.
Okay, well that's awesome. I mean, you get everybody involved, so I'm sure everybody has fun going out. And do you guys go out to the parks or what do you do?
Or if we'll just do it in our front yard, but sometimes we'll go to the park just to play volleyball, just to have fun and play volleyball. But we get competitive. We're so competitive. Yes, we're so competitive with each other.
Okay.
Yeah, so you're a big role model then to them, right?
Yeah, I would hope so. I mean, I try to put in as much work as I can, and actually, my little sister said that she does kind of see me as a role model, which I would hope so, because I want her to put just in as much work as I did and, get however far she can get, as far as she possibly can.
Okay. And then, so you started playing volleyball just for fun. Mm-hmm. Then when did you start to get really into it and get competitive with it?
Well, I think actually I was always competitive with it. Even when I first started, I was always trying to, be as good as I can and work however much I can or learn new things, because I've always been competitive. It doesn't matter, volleyball though, even before I started playing for a team, I was always competitive about it. Just going against my sister, I was always so competitive about it.
Are you guys 3 girls?
We're 4.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so that's where the competitiveness goes.
Yeah,
okay.
4 and only one boy.
Dang. Okay.
I know that must have been a tough childhood. A lot of crying and stuff. Yeah, I get my feelings hurt when I lose, so I understand the competitiveness.
Yeah.
And then, did you play for middle school, elementary? When did you start playing with the team?
With the team, I started in 7th grade, but I was on the 8th grade team in 7th grade.
Oh, okay. And where did you play at?
I played at McKee Middle School.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so at McKee, you were playing, we know because we're out there all the time at the McKee and all of your games and stuff. But and you guys get real competitive. I think sometimes I'm I don't know. I feels like high school doesn't got nothing on the middle school games, because middle school games are super competitive.
Yeah, for sure.
So you were playing as a 7th grader already on the 8th grade team. Yeah. Okay. And what do you think brought you to that level? What did your coaches say about you? What made them push you to that 8th grade?
I know in 7th grade they said that I was really motivated, which I would hope so. I mean, I try to put in a lot of work for the sports that I do. I would always take time to learn new things, or I would always take time to practice on my own so that I could be good enough to play. And like my sister always trained me. She was always hard on me too. Like she would spike that like if she was in an actual game, and I was like, okay, calm down. Like I don't need all that. But it helped me, so I'm very grateful.
What were you playing? What position?
We didn't really have positions. We just kind of
it's okay. You're good.
We just kind of like rotated.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, so, but I think, I don't know. I was kind of like learning everything at that point. So
okay, and you were just kind of learning the game and getting.
Like,
so you got to play on the 8th grade team for 2 years then, because you were an 8th grader after.
And then in the 8th grade team, we had new coaches and they actually put positions. So for that one, I was an outside hitter.
Okay. What do you do in that outside hitter?
So the outside hitter is kind of like, it could be more of just a hitter, or, you know, sometimes they have you play all around. So you're passing, you're up in front row, you're playing defense, you're playing offense, you're kind of all around. So that's what I was doing. I was more in the front row, I feel, but she would have me play defense as well. But now I'm a setter, so I only kind of play defense.
Nice. You like defense?
Yeah. I love getting those good passes. The like passes that are like it's a hard ball and like you don't think you're gonna get it, or it's like just such a clean pass. I'm like, okay.
Nice.
Like, yeah, those are good. Yeah, but I'm a little too short to be in the front row now. So
how did you from freshman? What did your coach really see to put you on varsity?
I think I don't know, honestly. Like I never really asked her because I didn't want to like, you know, seem like I was doing too much, but I would hope that it's like the hard work that I put in and like trying to always learn and trying to be motivational to my teammates as well, and just trying to be the best I can be, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, and we didn't even say that. So for you guys who don't know, Sophie was a freshman on the varsity team for volleyball. So as a freshman, she came in this year and she did her thing. And I have good remarks because one of your teammates is actually here behind the scenes. So she tells me great things. So I'm sure that you did great out there as well. Did the difference change between like the middle school feeling that you came into the high school? Was it more competitive?
Sure. Yes,
was it
much more competitive?
Going straight into varsity, it's like, wow.
Yeah. So what did you get out of that? I mean, but as a freshman, you're 14, you're playing with these girls that are 17, 16 years old, right? They're older than you. So was it hard for you? Did you have to like focus, mental space, like the pressure?
Honestly, the pressure was like, sometimes it was stressful because I was like, oh, like these are really good girls. But like, honestly, I loved it. I was like, okay, like I'm going to get this. That's just going to help me grow, you know, like playing with these girls, I'm just going to grow and I'm just going to be able to keep doing this. And then like, I'm going to learn so much. And actually, it was like so fun. Like when we went against the Shafter girls, I had to play libero, and oh my goodness, their hits were like, they were hard. But I was like, you know what? I got that, you know?
Okay.
Like as long as I stay motivated, it's gonna be easy for me.
Okay. And what do you do to stay motivated?
Honestly, I just remember that like my parents are in the stands watching me, you know, my sisters.
Aww.
Yeah. Like I just like my parents are in the stand, my little sister's watching, she's trying to start, so I gotta show her, you know, like it's nothing, just get out on the court, you know?
So you're doing it for other people, which is so like nice. Like it's one of the best feelings in the world, right? To make sure that you know that whatever you're doing, it's not going to notice. Like they're there for you. Your parents are there for you. They're there to cheer you on, and you're dedicated to doing that. That's so cool. I'm happy for you. I'm like, oh, that's like cool.
And do you have any like pregame rituals?
Pre-game, I always pray before a game, you know, and then with my team too, or like with my best friend, we'll just do a prayer off to the side, you know, or just by myself, like right before we play, I just kind of stand there and, you know, do my prayer, or like, you know.
Got your headphones in, you're locked in?
Yeah, the headphones and everything too, like, or I'll take a pre-game nap. Yeah,
a pre-game nap. That's a good thing. That's a good thing.
Now, what about a post-game ritual, though?
Post-game, after, honestly, I'm very hard on myself. So after, like, I kind of just go over all my mistakes, and I'm like, okay, like, I could have done this way better, or I could have got that up, you know, I got that next time. And then, like, post-game, I'm also always talking to my dad, because my dad's very competitive, too, and he's hard on us, too, so he'll help a lot. Like, he'll tell me, like, the mistakes I did as well, and, like, what I could do better. And he's hard on me, but if he sees that I'm being too hard on myself, he's like, okay, like, you did good, you were fine, like, calm down. And I was like, okay. But
you still got to celebrate. Yeah. I think that's a lot of things that a lot of athletes don't do. Like, you guys are so hard on yourselves after every single game. Like, oh, I didn't play. Like, it doesn't matter You did what you got to do. Yes, practice your craft because you have to practice it and you have to understand what you did wrong, but you still go celebrate. Like you can still go get ice cream after.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it's like if you
celebrate the little wins, right?
Yeah, celebrate the wins. And, you know, even if it wasn't like we usually do that, even if it's a bad game or whatever it is, like make sure you know, enjoy it with the people that you love the most, which is like your best friend, your family, you know, just go do that. Just take 5-10 minutes is like, okay, composure. Just as you're motivated to be in the game, also motivate yourself out to get yourself out and focused on like, okay, what's the next step? So one thing he always says is after the game, when you guys win or lose.
Hey, we won a lot though.
Okay. But he's always like on to the next, right?
Yes,
on to the next. So
short-term memory.
Yeah, it's you know, don't worry about it too much. Just, you know, perfect your craft and get better. What about like, so you're only a freshman, and we talked about a little bit about goals for the future. And, you know, I know you said you want to be a nurse, right?
Yes.
So you want to be a nurse. But before getting to all that, you still have 4 more years of high school. But it's really motivating to see that you as a freshman actually want to be out here. I think we've only had 2 freshmen, you and Kennedy. I think that's who we had. And it's really nice to see you guys out here to actually want to do this, to pursue what you guys want to do in the future. And you said that you do want to go play college.
Yeah.
So let's talk a little bit about that. What do you know so far about going to play college? Or is it just like, I just want to go play college volleyball?
Yeah, like I see my sister play in college, and I know that they travel a lot. And I just want to like, because I don't want it to be over anytime soon. Yeah. So I just want to keep playing as much as I can.
Where does she play?
She played at Porterville College.
That's so cool.
Yeah,
so does she drive back and forth?
Yeah, she did. Right now she goes to, I think it's CCB that she goes to right now. But she's not playing anymore. She just went to Porterville and played for 2 years. Nice. And then she transferred it here.
Okay. So you know, you got to experience because you got to go watch her, I'm sure. Yeah. So you see that it's probably a different atmosphere as well. So it's a higher level of intensity. But did she kind of motivate you in a little way to like, did she just decide to go and play for Porterville, or did she look into like recruitment or anything like that?
I'm not sure if she looked into recruitment, but she did motivate me because I seen like how far she was getting, you know, and she was like the first one in like my immediate family to start playing. So I was like, you know what, I do want to like, I want to do that, you know, I want to go as far as my sister did, you know. Hopefully, you know, not trying to like sound bad, but do better.
No, it's okay.
Competitive.
It's
I
a
like
competitiveness. It's not in a bad way. We're just being competitive. We're good. No, and that's motivating because you're a freshman. You got 3 more years. So one thing that I'm going to give you a piece of advice. We just went to a college camp about, you know, like a month ago, but it was for football. But the same thing kind of rolls around for volleyball. Start looking into those college camps so that you can start being seen by those college recruiters and you can understand, because they rate you, which is kind of cool. They rate you. We just found out that they give you a rating afterwards of like how a college recruit would look at you and what that rating would look like. So that's really important for you guys to, you know, kind of look into. I know, you know, sometimes it can be like in out of places, but it's also important for them to see your skill, but also to see what you're doing outside of volleyball season. So I did ask you if you were playing any sports outside of that, and you're not, right? No, currently.
No, just volleyball, just club volleyball.
But you're playing club, so that's important. So just make sure that you guys like, all of you guys are doing something outside of just, you know, you play your sport in high school and that's okay, but you do need to start doing stuff outside if you want to be looked at by these college recruits. They really want to see what other things you guys are doing. And let's talk about that club, because you're playing club. And how long have you been playing club? Since 7th grade?
No, I've actually only played club since last year.
Oh, since last year. Yeah. Oh, so you're barely, okay.
Yeah.
And you're
Did you follow your sister in playing club, or did she play club?
Yeah, my sister played for the same club I went to. And actually, she's coaching there now, too. She coaches the other 15 team.
Nice. Yeah. Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, and so that's even more competitive. Because like when our teams like go against each other for practice, I'm always like, oh, I got you on that.
Nice. You're dedicated. Heck you are dedicated. I love it. And then so you've only been playing for like a year.
Yeah, club, yeah. Only for a year.
Okay.
This
and
is my
how do you
second
like it? Is the atmosphere different?
Oh yeah, it's so fun, and there's like so much new stuff to experience. There's a bunch of new girls that you can meet. Like, cause the club now, I know a bunch of girls at a bunch of different schools. You know, like during volleyball season, I had like a lot of friends to say hi to. Like, if I hadn't done that, I wouldn't have known any of those girls.
Exactly.
Yeah, and like they bring us closer together, and then it honestly really helps with the skill wise. They help the coaches at our club. They help so much. They help you, you know, correct your techniques, and they help you understand like the game more and what you need to do to like fix your little mistakes and like help keep you motivated. Yeah. They're very
yeah,
good.
definitely. And you're taking advantage of, like, when do you guys play? I'm pretty sure it's right now you're in club season, right?
Yeah. Our first tournament is actually this Sunday. So we have like tournaments at like high schools in different areas, and we go against teams that are in our age group, and then like later we have nationals, Starlings nationals, so you can go against teams that are a year older, I think, or a year younger, because our teams is 15, so it's an odd one. But it's fun. I love going against the older girls too, because I'm like, okay. Like,
yeah. But it's good because you're, like you said, you're making new friends. You're building relationships. You're building bonds that you never know that you could have. Guys, like, that's something that's really important. You guys want to do that, especially because you guys all live in the same town, right? Like, but start building those connections, because you never know, and they help you, right? Some person can be really good at their skill, and they can help you get better at your skill.
I feel like that's also a good thing. We all help each other, and then like, you know, we all just tell each other like, hey, you got this, like, you're good, you know? Okay. Like, we just support each other, and I love that. I love when we all support each other.
Yeah, I'm like, you're super, like, super for the people. I love it. Like, you're just like, oh, I'm somebody.
And do you get pressure when the competition starts setting in a little bit? Do you feel it?
Sometimes, but like, honestly, I just use that pressure to push me. I'm like, okay, they're putting pressure on me. I just got to put that pressure back, you know? So that way the game's like back and forth, because I'm not just going to let like a team put pressure on me and like let it go. I'm going to be like, okay, I need to put that pressure back so we can even it out right now.
Okay. All right. Well, before we, Rubio's already telling us we're getting to the end. But before we get there, tell me a little bit about like outside stuff. So we know you play volleyball, but we also want to know Esme outside of volleyball. So what does Esme like to do outside of volleyball?
I do a lot of reading. Nice. And then like recently I've been doing more Bible studies, because I've been trying to become closer to my religion and stuff, and like get to know, like I want to.
Oh, you're so cute. I'm like, oh, I just bought a Bible book. I'll send you the link.
Yeah, and I'm like trying to get all my friends to do it with me. I'm like, guys, come on, we gotta do this.
It's so cute. Oh, I love it. But what about like outside? Like, have you ever looked into like community service or like doing other stuff like that? Because sometimes college recruits do look at that. They do want to know what you're doing outside of school. So that's one of those things that we do want to like kind of push, even if you don't, just start looking into that. Yeah. Like, what can you do, or how can you volunteer? What can you do outside of work? Like sports, to kind of get you to the next level. Yeah,
honestly, I haven't really looked at that. Like, just because right now I'm kind of focused on like trying to get recruiters to come to like my games. So I'm trying to find like ways to do that, because I know I have to email a lot of people.
We'll get there. We'll help. Yeah. Don't worry. Don't worry about that part. We'll help along the way. But just like start thinking about, things that you want to do, even like if you want to help with your church, or, something that you can put on. So some things that reflect who you are, just make sure that, you're doing those. Things that don't feel like heavy. It just feels like it's a part of who you are, because that's important. Recruiters want to see that. We want to see that. We want to know who Esme is, like outside of all the sports and everything else. Like, you're still a person. So we want to make sure that we're motivating you too, and that we're going to cheer you on no matter where you go.
Yeah, don't be like me and help at the old people's home. It was a good experience, but also it was tough. So, do something you like.
Do something you like. Yeah. But, well, I thank you so much. I thank you for being the first podcast of 2025. So thank you for joining us. I appreciate it. I appreciate you coming out. I appreciate you reaching out. Tell them. Like, it's not nerve-wracking, guys. You guys can reach out.
It's a little nerve-wracking, but
it's okay. We'll make you feel as comfortable as possible. Like, we would love for you guys to come out and join us. Is there anyone that you want to thank?
I just want to thank my friends and my family, my parents especially, for always being there for me and always supporting me and always like helping me stay out of my head and always showing up for me when you guys can. I'm very grateful for every single one of you.
Thank you. Well, I'm grateful for you coming. Thank you, Mom.
Yes.
And best friend, thank you for joining us today. And like we said, in 2025, we're so excited because we're going to bring so much new stuff to you guys. We are dedicated this year. We have a lot more planning to do, but a lot more motivation to get you guys and help athletes get to the next level. So talking about that college recruitment, all those processes, we're definitely going to have more resources for you guys as athletes, but also as parents. So really dedicated to doing that. And don't forget to
Like and subscribe.
we'll see you guys